Maybe you have plenty of storage in your house, so you kept everything from your older kids for the younger kids, but maybe all of the toys, you need
Yeah.
certain toys when the kids are little. And then what do you end up doing? You either find a neighbor to give them to, you find a closet to shove it in, or you throw it out. And then the next family needs to buy. What if there was an economy right now that all these stores are going away? You have no more gyms, the restaurants are going away. All these.
Oh,
What
okay.
if
So you're pushing communism on me?
uh,
That's what's
I'm not
happening?
pushing anything? I'm painting a picture, and we're going to talk about. Okay,
Okay.
don't you do that?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So if I could pick any clothes I want, right? Now, how about this? What if I need to get to a meeting or get to an office or get to somewhere, but the other 3 days I don't really need a car? And in fact, maybe I would prefer a nicer car because I'm going to pick somebody up. I don't need to buy a car now. Instead, I'd go on to something like Uber. If I need a ride somewhere, I just call it, it comes. Not even that, I could rent the car. Someone could drop it off. I could have the car for a week. I could have the car for a half a day. Why do I need to pay the insurance for an entire year? Why do I need to fuel it
Hmm.
every year? Why do I need to have a garage? Just give me the car when I need the car. When I'm done with the car, I don't need the car,
But
right?
I want my own colors and
Oh
my
no, hold
own
on, hold on,
my
hold on.
own
You can get any color you want,
things.
and I'm not. Hold on, I'm also not getting into all the nuances why it wouldn't work. I'm just painting a picture at first. You can have
Okay.
any color, you can have any amount of seats, you
Sh-
can have any features. So the point is like this: almost anything. You don't need closet space in your house anymore. You want to have, for example, before music used to come on a disc and you could put it in your car and then it would get scratched and then it wouldn't work anymore. But now, of course, I have Spotify or YouTube on the phone and I can listen to a million songs. I have, however, any infinite amount of songs right here versus 12 that used to be right here. Imagine even like the redesigning of a home then, right? I don't need all this. I don't need shelf space for all of these CDs. All of my music
right.
supply. I don't need shelf space. I'm not going to go get it. I have boxes. I have a shelf here of photo albums and boxes of photos, right, from
Yeah.
all the way up until my second child was born. But after that, everything is on the phone, pretty much, right? I've got like a billion photos like on my phone, and we don't have any more of these photo albums. These are tiny things, but the point is that uh, you don't need a car, even clothing. There's a kind of a movement towards, like you have like shared bicycles in your city and shared scooters in Tel Aviv and things
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
like where you don't need to own a bike. So I take a
Yeah.
bike, I need a bike.
The micro transportation revolution has reached our cities as well. Yeah.
Right. So I need a
Um,
bike. There's a bike outside. I just zap my app, that I open the app. It says I took this bike. I could take it uptown, take it home, and just park it there and just tell the thing where I left the bike, and that's it. I don't need to own a bike anymore. I don't need to deal with servicing the bike anymore. If I have a car that I don't own, that car knows when the tires need to be rotated. That car knows when it needs an oil change, and it just goes in. There's no more traffic there's no more traffic because all of the cars are in a certain network. Now, I'm not saying any of this is good. I'm just saying this is a
well, you
recently.
are highlighting the efficient aspects of it. That's what
I'm just,
you're mostly
I'm just
doing.
pointing. I'm pointing out in order to make the argument, or not even the argument. I'm trying to point out without destroying the whole concept, what the concept is in its successful implementation.
And so today too, we are locked in a certain way about how it needs to be with the our needs for our material needs and how we conduct ourselves in society and working and all those things, that it's just hard for us to imagine and to think about a different kind of life. And we need a vision. We need to see what we can become, what we can live for, what is the thing that really makes us objectively happy. You know what I mean? Not um, um, what is it that makes the human happy? Do we do can we Is this something we can agree on? It's true that there are different flavors and preferences, but you know what, there's also a bunch of science amassing gradually more and more increasingly growing body of knowledge showing that our true happiness comes not from the stuff we have, but from the experiences we have with other people. We're wired in a certain way, and so gradually we need to evolve to understand who we are, what we want out of life, and how to make how to make that happen in the best possible way for everyone. And I'm saying,
What are you saying?
I'm saying that in addition to all of these things, we have to change ourselves as well. We have to adapt ourselves, which means how we see and feel each other, and then what does ownership means to us? What does being in a world and working for society actually means to us? That is the true revolution. That's the great reset that needs to happen in order for us to be able to use the technological advancements and new formations of socioeconomics in a way that will actually work in an interdependent world. That's what needs to happen, meaning we have to change in the process. You talked about access versus ownership in the beginning, right? You were kind of coming at it from this angle, and you were given
I'm
very
saying you can
good,
basically have everything you want in your life
right.
pretty much without having to own anything.
But if
Okay.
I'm attached to the idea that I gotta have my own thing, I
Mm-hmm.
need to have my
Mm-hmm.
car, not yours, not someone else driving in it, sitting in it, breathing in it. No, I need to have mine. Okay, does that
Mm-hmm.
does that make sense? You feel that?
Okay.
Okay, if I'm attached to that, then it doesn't matter that on the face of it, you're right. Intellectually, you're right. So I need to, and that's just a simple example, right? Think about how in our current society we've trained ourselves to relate material things to our status, to our social place and status in society, to our identity, who we are and what we are. Think about how much we've
So if everyone has
linked.
the access to everything, so where does the value become now if it's not about
And
material
what I'm
things?
saying is, you have to work on the revolution of the mind and the heart if you want to also move the needle when it comes to changing how we transact with each other and how we use this material world. See what
So
you understand what
here's
I'm saying? And
I do.
any attempt to try to just say, hey, we could just do public access on cars, or this or this or that. Yeah, but it's just, if you really extrapolate and think about everything that has to change. Sure, you can paint a completely different world, but you got to understand that it's going to be a different human living in this world as well. And that's where we need to put the focus on changing ourselves first. And then the changes will be natural, they won't be forced.